This groom
Bonjour, how you doing?
is doing my job for me. I don't have to try hard in this video. This video will slap no matter what.
Good walk for a woman is when the legs sort of go one by one, not side by side.
See?
You want the trash, I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
I'm back. Hello, I'm Wilko. This is Rehashed, the world's best recap channel. Because we're not just recapping, we're rehashing, which is far superior. And right now, we are Divarni deep into Season 10, Episode 13 of Married at First Sight UK. We're starting this episode with some lovebirds who got married in the previous episode, Abi and John, and she is enamored by his eyes.
I feel a spark already with Abi.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, heavenly spark, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Please never leave us. We do have to leave them though, because it's time for us to get to know a new bride. Her name is Leisha.
Bubbly, scatty.
Scat? As in like scat, or as in like, I'm a scat man? When I was a kid, that song on the radio just killed me. Skibbity-biddy-biddy-dope-dope-dope. And then when you grow up and you're like, wait, scat can mean two things? Like in high school, gay meant bad, and now gay means still bad. Leisha works for a dental company, and she can tell if you have gum disease just by kissing you, even though she's in digital marketing so she's not a dentist, but she can tell. Is she a dentist? And the reason for her single status?
I am oozing.
Well, if you're oozing something, I wouldn't judge anyone for gum disease. Like, I would get that oozing looked at. Oh, she's oozing desperation. Oh, that's why she can't find somebody, because she comes on too hard too quick. Leisha needs to tone it down, but she's just a hopeless romantic. And she loves the chase, not her being chased. She loves chasing the men's, and then when she gets them, they get bored of her. And then she's on her own again. Back to the chase. Oh, 2 shillings is getting this number out again. Or is it a different one? Is it a different one? Is it like the same thing in a different color? 2 shillings, did you buy the same thing in many different colors? It's probably a different one. I've just blacked it out. You know, that's what you do with trauma. Leish just wants to be loved. And after knowing Reiss, Leish and Reiss. Oh, that's good. After knowing Reiss for 5 seconds, I feel like this scientific matchup is the ultimate stitch-up.
Bonjour, how you doing?
Oh, ladies, did you know he's bilingual? And with this, I am ready to say au revoir.
First impression, they might think I was a bit like maybe Flash.
Why do you think they think you're Flash?
Probably because of the looks.
Oh, shut up. Reiss is now everything to me. I'm obsessed. I mean, I won't have to do anything with this episode. Reiss can just talk and I'll sit here and watch and we just laugh. I don't have to try. I don't have to write anything. Reiss considers himself a pretty boy, if you couldn't already tell. And not just pretty, but he also smells good because he does spray on the cologne, but he also...
A few little squirts, maybe even one at the back in case they're quick from behind.
Okay, well, I could totally understand why I would spray some on the back and expect people to come up behind me, but you, I don't know if you realise what you've just said. Tell me, Reiss, who's coming up behind you? I don't think it's a girlfriend. When he does see a woman that catches his eyes, he is judging their teeth, but also, curiously enough, their walk.
Good walk for a woman is when the legs sort of go one by one, not side by side.
What do you mean? Walking is legs. Walking is legs one by one, right? That's how walking works. If they were moving both of the legs at the same time, that would be jumping. You know it. You know it. I'm absolutely obsessed. Did I say that already? I'm so obsessed. I'm obsessed with this guy. Is this guy real? He can't be real.
I love talking about the universe, aliens. An absolute sort of an alien would look like someone like Megan Fox, I think. Even though I knew she was an alien, I probably would marry her, yeah.
Oh, please. And he's so open-minded, even with aliens. Does he mean like the illegal ones that Donald Trump has such an issue with, or does he mean the space kind? Like E.T. phone Reiss.
Leave the back wall to the master. Lovely. Moi.
He owns a business, so I guess he's also an entrepreneur, which is painting and decorating. Also, as shown in this shot, he's quite a thinker because he's playing chess with his nan, and I bet you he asked production if he could do this. Yeah, I want them to know that I'm actually quite a thinker as well. So if we could just get me playing around at chess with Nan, that'd be great.
When I'm with a girl, I always treat her very well. I talk to her nicely, open doors, open chairs.
Where is this guy from and how did we get so lucky? Because nice is nice and it's nice to be nice. And you know what? He's going to be nice. But I think that nice might switch off pretty fast if he's not actually interested in the woman that walks down the aisle. But what am I saying? Because Reiss himself thinks marrying a stranger will absolutely work. I guess he's never seen the show before. I have a couple of concerns. I don't think that they're actually matched. I don't see the signs. I'm also worried a little bit because Leisha is a mum and I'm not sure if Reiss is ready to be an instant daddy. Okay, as much as I'm loving that, we need to pause it for a second because we need to check in with our original and not the best love lab rats because it's in-laws week, if you remember. And it's time for Julia Ruth and Divarni. Why? Why are we doing this? It's time for them to meet the in-laws, I guess. They have had such a rocky start, but the edit is trying to make us think that things are on the up and up, which I absolutely don't think. What about you? And on Team Julia Ruth, the Twinks are back. Oh, they've got names actually, JJ and Drew, which you just saw me look at because I can't remember. They're just the Twinks to me. And you know what? With Twinks, they're always going to be really honest with you. Oh my God, she loves them. Why did none of my friends scream like that when they see me at brunch? Is it weird that she's turned up alone to hang out with the Twinks? Like, where's Divarni? That feels odd. But when she starts spilling all the tea, you're like, oh no, that makes sense.
What?
It's probably not healthy to shit can him about all the things and also just give them your perspective on everything while he's not there. Not that I thought this relationship was going to end well. I certainly know it's going to end, but it's really not going to be a nice feeling for anyone to walk into that situation and be like, well, I guess you've been bitching about me.
Really?
Yes, Twink, I do agree. It is really, really bad for someone to yell and raise their voice in a relationship. But wait, Divarni is also meeting family separately. That's how you know that this relationship is absolutely doomed. Even Grace and Ashley saw each other's like loved ones together. Both of them just recap all the obvious stuff, you know, like the honeymoon disaster and also, the values list. Yeah. It's all just not positive stuff that's coming up. So what is the point of either of you being there?
What's the sex like then?
Oh, shit. Oh.
My toys have been in the box. My toys have been in the saloon. They're collecting dust.
Oh, it all makes so much sense now. Maybe I missed that in the earlier episodes, but here's what I think's happened. She liked him, then she had sex with him, and then she didn't like the sex with him. Add to that he's not the right height, and then she went, I've got to get out of this. Like, I just don't like him. I don't think it has anything to do with him being a negative tornado or even raising his voice, which is bad. I think she's just mad that Divarni didn't bring to the table and she's mad about it because it was all good. And then they went on the honeymoon and then they did the deed. And then Julia Ruth was like, I don't want to sign the deed. And now she's like, I would like a TV annulment. When both of the groups merge, the vibe is ick.
You guys all right?
The Twinks do not like you. I hope I hope you're getting the vibe that they're putting down. You pick that up because they're not into this. Julia Ruth goes on about how he's a negative tornado and she just wants fun. And when she says fun, I think now I'm very clear on this. Julia Ruth wants to be banged. She wants that really good sex. And I don't know if Divarni's got it. She certainly doesn't think he does.
What I've learned, obviously, I'm going to have to take a step back, basically just taking the space if there's any form of conflict instead of just, I guess, attacking. But
okay, but you're not taking accountability there. So now by doing this, you're now taking away from it because
sound like I'm intentional.
It's not about intention, but acknowledge and accept and don't backtrack on it. Doing this now takes away from it.
Because you're making it sound like it was like I came out and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to just go boom, boom, boom.
I'm not saying you have a malicious bone in your body. I'm saying that was the situation.
Did I not take accountability for it?
I think you didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, you can't minimize attacking someone, okay? You can't minimize it. You do have to take ownership. If you agree and you say, no, I did actually attack you, and you have said that, Divarni, then you can't minimize it. But also, little twink, shush, little twink, you were not there. And with that, just a little bit of conflict and Divarni is out of there. But I'm sure there was a lot more said to him before he walked off. Also, I don't think the Twinks are helping. Sure, they're helping Julia Ruth, but I don't think they're like there to try and like help the situation. I have no doubt that Divarni needs to sort out some shit. Just like everybody who goes on this show, they actually need to do some one-on-one therapy for a bit of time before they get let on a show like this. But also, it just pisses me off that Julia Ruth gets pulled up on nothing. It drives me insane. It's like she's walking through the world like, well, I'm perfect. No. I also don't think that she has empathy. Like, I just don't see her being empathetic. Again, we only get really a one-dimensional character with the edit, but it does show some narcissistic traits. So, Divarni's loved one tries to bring some common sense to the table, and the twink ain't having it.
I would think about the type of words that you use. Calling someone out on something can be really damaging to how someone is actually feeling too.
I feel like you're gaslighting her feelings.
No.
No, she said that your feelings were valid. You also, though, have to take some responsibility. Julia Ruth just wants to be seen as the victim in this whole scenario. Like, Divarni's this bad guy and she's perfect, and I just hate that storyline. I do love that we got the word gaslight dropped in the episode by a loved one. That's good. Julia Ruth says that her intentions are pure, and I'm like, I don't really know if that's true. And at the end of this, we're just dumping everything on Divarni's plate. It's all his problem that all the things that he has to fix. This is not me excusing anything that he has done and admitted to, by the way. But Julia Ruth's skating through, and I reckon she's got a lot of shitty qualities. What about me? Do you like me? But maybe like separate me from the channel. Do you like the channel? It's called Wilko Rehashed. If you do, make sure you've subscribed and give this video a thumbs up. Also, commenting below really does help. And if you want to donate, you can give thanks or go to rehash.com.au. All of that stuff helps make this channel possible so I can drop videos for you on the reg. To everybody who does throw this jester a couple of bucks, oh, I see you, I thank you, I love you. In-Laws Week continues for Davide and K. But, oh no. There's trouble in Homo paradise.
Last night, David and I had a disagreement. We went out for some drinks. I put on David's jacket, and he twice just told me that I needed to do it up, which then made me feel like I was being controlled. Then throughout the evening, became very frustrated that I wasn't being heard, to the point that I raised my voice.
Apparently it's all sorted now, but even though there is a weird vibe, don't worry, our charcuterie board will fix it. David thinks that In-Laws Week has come at the right time because both of them need to see people that they love that are not in this experiment. But even before the in-laws arrive, the clouds have lifted.
Dee and I have worked out the best way to get out of our funk when we are not in the same rhythm, and that is with a bit of rhythm and blues.
Yes. Yes, familiar. Yes, it makes sense. Although, I don't know if it's necessarily healthy for you to like continue that pattern. Okay, so let's just, like, fine as like a couple of little one-offs here and there, but just don't make that a pattern, like argue, then make up. Argue, like don't do that. I've had friends who did that for like a decade and then they got divorced. Oh, we can laugh about it now, but at the time, no good.
Sometimes you just need a bit of makeup set, and the best way to get out of your head is to give some head.
Wait, hang on. Did we establish who does the blowjobs? We know who does the pink jobs and the blue jobs. Because I think David doesn't want to do the pink jobs anymore, so I think he's doing the blue jobs. But who's doing the blow jobs? I do love this question from Kia's mum.
You're still together?
Yeah, of course we are.
And you know what? That is a fair question for this show. They don't have a very good track record. And Kia's mum seems like somebody who would have watched this trash, mess, and drama. She's like, so, are you guys still together or are the producers just making you do this?
So have you had sex?
Well, here I was thinking that family don't really want to know the details, and yet Yvette's like, spill the tea.
I was actually going to ask you, when was the last time you had anal?
Do you know, like over 10 years now.
Now, I know Yvette likes to pop into this channel from time to time to put some comments on some videos. I've replied to a couple. Yvette, please fill us in on what we missed. What did we miss? No, you don't need to talk about your sexual experiences like you're being asked to by your son.
Stop it, mother. Drink your cremant.
David's loved one is also there, and they do bring up the fight. But it seems like they've actually maybe resolved it properly. But how? How did they fix such an issue?
But we got back into our rhythm.
How did you?
Dee said something really hilarious.
Rabbit.
That goes in a hole.
It goes in a hole.
And then suddenly everything's happy.
Oh, well, rabbits don't go in. Rabbits don't go in there, guys. Rabbits don't. No. Like, you can pull a rabbit out of a hat, but magician or not, things shouldn't, no. I am still shocked that that's all the drama we've got out of the gays so far. You know, Davide was a bit sick of Kia's innuendo on the honeymoon. They sort of overcome that, and then they sort of were waiting to have sex because it was just too hot. It was just too hot. They didn't want to make it a slip and slide. They also confessed to the family that they love each other.
I've known I was in love with Davide from the moment I met Davide.
I never really understood that. People who I immediately was in love. Like that love at first sight thing. It just feels so foreign to me. I'm like, well, no, you're hot and I like everything about you, but we're going to need to know a little bit more before I'm like, I love you. I got to say though, Kia's mum does seem very grounded and also a lot of fun. She reminds me a lot of my own mum, and obviously everybody, I don't know if you know, but I have the best mum. I know you're going to sit there and say that you do, but shut up. Okay, with the regos out of the way, let's finish this episode with a bang. Maybe not a Davide and Kia bang, but still a big finish. A big wedding finish. Reiss and Leisha are ready to faux marry at first sight. Reiss reckons that he will know between 24 and 48 hours if this woman is the one. And to be honest, it would be nice if you gave it that long. You know what I mean? Because if the spark, the holy spark, doesn't arrive quickly, then it would be good if you just gave it a little bit of time. He says things like, is it too much to ask for to have that, slippers and dressing gown life? Which, I don't know, that seems like you've aged yourself very quickly. Are you going straight into retirement? Also, if you want that life, you don't have to be married to do that or have kids. You can just wear slippers and a dressing gown anytime you like.
Hi.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, good start. Good start. It's so hard to tell with his face.
First thing I noticed was her beautiful green eyes and her lovely smile.
Reiss is gorgeous to look at. He's tall, masculine, kind eyes, really nice smile, good breath.
Well, I guess, on the first kiss, if the gum disease is present, and, fingers crossed for you. I don't know. He looks like a hygienic guy at the very least. Reiss is very earnest with his vows, which is actually kind of cute. And Leisha loves them. When she reads her vows...
And it was an easy answer for me. Pause. Oh no, sorry, I wasn't supposed to...
Oh, honey, don't read the direction from the script writers, because then everyone will find out that it's not real. So don't do that. Pause. I thought that this was just like a Hollywood pretty boy thing. You know when pretty boys in Hollywood movies and they do this and they always play with their jaws and stuff, but Reiss, I don't know if it's a nervous tick, but he does it a lot. Oh, sadly, no lip kiss, so we just can't tell if he has gingivitis just yet.
He kissed me on the cheek. I mean, I kissed my nan on the cheek. I kissed the dog on the lips.
Well, with these two, I didn't expect that we would get a kiss on the cheek at this occasion. You know what I mean? I thought with someone with a guy with a bit of gusto, and she's definitely hard up for it, I thought that they would, they would at least meet lips. But let's be happy that it's not a high five. That's always an option.
Why didn't you kiss me at the end?
Your dad was there, your mum's there. I don't know.
I meet a guy that I know instantly whether they want me or not, and they're very forward with what they want, and and I didn't get that from you.
I'll say this for Leisha. I love that she's just telling him everything that she wants. I don't think it'll work in her favor, but I love that she's doing it. When it comes to the kiss, Reiss is like, oh, but your parents were watching and blah, 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 and that's just an excuse. They do end up, though, locking lips, so I don't know about the gum disease, but they do end up locking lips because the photographer has deemed that it must happen.
It just wasn't a natural kiss. It was literally just locking lips.
Come on, pretty boy, you've done a photo shoot before. Look at you. You know the difference between a real kiss and a posed kiss. Once they get to their bridal table, there's a lot of questions coming from the bride and her maid. But hold up, ladies, this is not speed dating. She's already asking things like, so with a child, what would you name that child? What would be the name of the first child that you have? Go. Once again, Leisha, just calm down. Even Leisha's mum's like, well, I reckon this guy's going to need earplugs.
She functions on nervous energy.
I am on buzzing. Fucking buzzing one.
And it can also be exhausting.
That's a genuine concern that I think is right to have. It's so hard to tell what he actually thinks and feels. He just doesn't feel real to me.
I might shadow tonight, I know you're his sister, but I might do it.
Huh? And that was to his sister. No sister wants to hear that about their brother. I might actually shag him tonight. Sorry, you're his sister, but I'm definitely going to do that. So put that in your brain. Just pare it back a bit. And when I say a bit, I mean a lot. You know how your friends and family say when you meet someone, you should be yourself? That's partially true. You should be yourself, but be yourself at 80%. You know what I mean? Don't go full a hunch straight up because you got to hide the crazy a little bit. I've said it once and I'll say it 1,000 times. That's how I trapped Mia, man. He just thought I was a normal person. And then I was like, guess what? I do YouTube. And with that, another episode is complete. If you have come all this way, guess what? You are now part of the ATW club. All you need to do to prove your membership is to put the word gaslight in the comments below, and you can be as creative as you like. You can talk about me gaslighting you. Maybe you could say that you gaslight me. Anything you want. The more creative, the better. I love that people were putting a seal in the last episode and a cigarette. If you love Rehashed and you want more, The Golden Bachelor AU is just around the corner. And just after this episode is out, there's going to be a live where we talk about all the gossip about the first season ever of The Golden Bachelor Australia. I'll see you for that live, and I'll see you for another episode of MAFS UK tomorrow. Bye-bye.